welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Arelees. I love baking treats and cooking up eats. Today I'll be making for you some cornmeal pudding, Jamaican style. Let's get started. So I have here my 2 cups of cornmeal, my 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of flour, a 1/2 cup of shredded coconut. I have a 3/4 cups of evaporated milk that I'll be using to mix the sugar and all the spices together. And I have here my cup of puree sweet potato, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and this is a tablespoon of salt. I also have here my 1/2 cup of butter, and I have my coconut milk. Separate bowl, you will sift the flour and the cornmeal together. Now I'll be mixing that together to combine the flour with the cornmeal. I'll just set that aside, and here I'll be adding the sugar. Vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, salt, and I have here my butter. So I have transferred over the cornmeal with the flour into a bigger bowl. And I'm adding my coconut. I'll be gradually adding the milk. So now I'll add my sweet potato, my puree sweet potato, to the cornmeal mixture. And you're looking for the right consistency because you do not want your cornmeal pudding to be hard when you finish baking. And I am going to add a little bit of something, a little bit of black pepper to my cornmeal. Last but not least, my tablespoon of rum. this is the consistency that we want. Look at that. Yeah, that's the consistency. Bake pan is already well buttered, and we already set the oven, preheat the oven to 350. So this is going to go into the oven, the preheat oven, for an hour or so. And at 50 minutes, I'll be making the custard for the top. We're going to be making the sauce for the custard. And I have about 1/2 cup of sugar, which I don't think I'll be using all of it. And 1/2 cup of milk. And this is the coconut milk. I have my 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm just going to tip a little bit of cinnamon. You will also need, and this is a tablespoon of butter. Just add a little tip of vanilla. And this is the sauce, or the custard, or the top of the cornmeal pudding. So now that the cornmeal pudding is in the oven for about 50 minutes, and I'm just going to add the custard. Back in the oven it goes for about 15 minutes. Now it's been 15 minutes since I pour the custard or the sauce over it. So now we're going to let it sit and cool. Friends, the finished cornmeal pudding. Let me know if you have ever tried this recipe before. Leave it in the comments below. Continue subscribing, sharing with your friends and family, like, and I'll see you in the next video.